Hi, I'm Ullman. Welcome to Parenting, Navigating Everything, the channel where we equip and empower you as a parent to navigate all aspects of parenting in this modern culture we live in today. Today I want to talk about this analogy I hear called the marbles jar. In Psalm 90:12 it says, "Teach me to number our days, that we might get a heart of wisdom." To me, this is the heart behind the marbles analogy. This is the concept, and I really like this. When you have a baby, you have 936 weeks until your kid turns 18. So if you have a baby, here is your jar, 936 marbles. The marbles represent time. 1 week of time per one marble. If you have a student in grade 6, you have around 364 marbles. For my daughter Zoe, I have about 75 marbles. For my son, I have about 150 marbles. The idea here is that each week you take out one marble from the jar to remind you of this finite amount of time you have with your kids in these stages of life. Now, just a few things. One, it's not perfect. The kids who are born in January will always be the oldest. My daughter is a March baby. My son, on the other hand, is a November baby, so one of the youngest in his class. Now, it means that it's not like it's June and you pull out the last marble and your kids are all graduating grade 12 of their senior year. It doesn't work that way. And it's not like they all, number two, head off to school right after this. Some go away, some stay home, some take a gap year, and some head straight into the workplace. Some even go back and do a victory lap. The point is that with every marble, you should take some sort of stock of how your week went and then how your next week, if not months and the next few years, will go. Looking at daily life and daily conversations. How about things like having family dinners? Having family vacations, birthdays, how are you celebrating birthdays, Christmas, other holidays? How about going to church together, watching your kids play sports and dance? Do you take time off work maybe to go see them? How about going to a movie, going for a walk, or going to the gym and working out together? Or some of the more important times, just sitting on the couch and talking. Now, when I talk about the marbles jar with parents in my talks, I can see this physical reaction to it. People's shoulders drop, their facial expressions change. I've had many people start to cry. This is where I differ from other marbles analogies. I'm going to call this a marbles analogy with a twist. The marbles jar is not done when your kids turn 18. So you as a parent have your kid move out or go to school away or move into their own apartment or something. Okay, restart the marbles analogy. Dump out whatever remaining marbles you have, if there's any. Now you have an empty jar. And now here's what I want you to do. Every time you do anything to build into your kid, your young adult, your adult, I want you to add a marble back into the jar. You're like, what do you mean? I'm like, anything. When you support, encourage, or mentor them, when you cook a meal for them, take them out for coffee or dinner, every time you talk on the phone, Skype or FaceTime, every time you go grocery shopping or take a vacation with your kid and maybe even your kid's family in time, anytime you buy gifts for your kids or in time your grandkids, basically this, anytime you build into your kids or grandkids or their spouse in any way, shape, and form, I want you to add a marble back into the jar. So here's your challenge. I dare you to fill up the jar again. It took you 18 years to empty your jar. Let's see how quickly you can fill it up again. Someone said, what do you do if you fill up your jar again? Then you dump it out, and fill it up again. Once a parent, always a parent. It never ends. It just changes. My parents are in their 70s and they still speak truth into my life and the life of my family. Many people I know actually bought marbles and physically use this analogy in their home or their office. If you do not want to buy physical marbles and jars, you can do it in an easier way. There's an app called the Parent Queue, and I've linked it below in the description. If you download their app, and in the app, once you sign up and sign in, you can do the marbles analogy digitally for your kids. No matter how you do it, it's a great way to remind yourself of the passing, fleeting amount of time and the importance of you being involved in your kids' lives as much as you can. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.